Hello, everybody. This is Evil Becky, and welcome to episode 331 of the Cultra Trail Running Podcast, where we talk about all the fun and crazy shit that happens on the trails and in our lives that most people don't care about or won't talk about.
Tonight's episode is all about Notchview Ultras, which is happening this weekend in the Berkshires from Bend Double N.
And about the differences between jumping from 24 to a 48.
We have a detailed discussion on aid station food. Where Art and Becky probably get in their largest fight that they've had in, I'd say, a year and a half over this.
You almost broke me.
It's a food fight.
I was cracking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Food fight. I think that's the episode name is Food Fight at Notchview.
I like that. Yeah.
Pre-food fight at Notchview. Premature food fight? No. Food fight at Notchview. Okay.
All right. Yeah, sure.
So enjoy the episode.
From the belly of the Beast Coast, Glastonbury, Connecticut, this is the Cultra Trail Running Podcast. We talk about all the fun shit that happens on the trails that most normal people don't care about. The language we use is f***ing explicit and raw like the trails we run on, so don't listen with your kids! No kids. Cultra is brought to you by our Patreons and supporters, and we are 112% listener supported, and support is good.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. We are really glad to be here. My name is Art Byram. I am co-host here with Evil Becky Burke. How you doing, Evil Becky Burke?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
You are.
Just did a fun run.
Yeah.
You know, a little fun run series. That's the great thing about the summer.
And it was fun?
Runs. It was fun, actually.
Did you run fast or did you run
slow? No, I did not. I ran about an 8:45 pace, which is not fast.
Some people call that speed.
For me, it's moving.
Yeah.
In general speak, it's much faster than I typically run, but it was nice. It was fun.
Good. I did a run tonight too. I went up to Porter Reservoir. Yeah, I went up to Porter Reservoir.
Where's that?
It's in Manchester. It's near Case Mountain.
Oh.
So I met some of my friends from the Silk City Striders, Mike Lee and John Sloan, and we have a regular route that we run up there. Really beautiful place, Porter Reservoir. Got to check it out sometime. So went up there and kind of took it. You know, usually we do like a 7 or an 8 mile run there, but because this is a, we got the race, 48-hour race. You know, today we're recording this on a Thursday night. And our race starts at noon on Saturday. That's a 40.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, at Notchview. So I didn't want to knock myself out.
Notch to the view.
Notch to the view. That's right. But I did want to also keep my heat training in order, right? Like I didn't want to get. I wanted to stay heat acclimated, so I actually wore long sleeves today to run. So.
Now, is it like, I have one of those shirts that, for like UV protection, and it's supposed to be like cooling, and it has like a hood and long sleeves. And I have to say it actually, for something that has a hood and long sleeves, it actually really keeps me much cooler, because when the wind blows, it actually makes your sweat feel cool. I don't know, but
you look cool in it, I'm sure.
Well,
so. No,
I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, this was a tech fabric. I mean, like if I were really gonna do some heat training, I probably would have wore long pants and maybe like a puffy jacket or a sweatshirt or something.
That would have been awesome
heavy.
If I was driving down the road and I saw you in a puffy jacket.
Yeah. I don't want to ruin I like my puffy jacket. It didn't do anything wrong. It doesn't deserve to be worn on a day like today.
That is true.
So, but anyway, I just wanted a little bit of edge there just to stay. And overall, it was a great run. You know, it was just like, I think it was what was it? Yeah, just over 5.5 miles. But I did the second half faster. I kind of got my feet moving and started, I felt like
You're moving, grooving.
I was moving and grooving. Yeah. Yeah. So, and I kind of practiced. I have some great hydration strategies I'm going to try at Notchview too. So, I can't wait to do this.
Oh my
I
gosh.
finalized it now. So,
there's going to be a lot of laughing. There might be crying.
no, they're only going to be laughing at my butt because that's as close as they're going to get to me is from behind.
I meant laughing between for us, but there could be laughing
Yes.
at,
Yeah.
or with. I don't know. I think we'll probably break everybody in the first 24 hours.
Yeah, yeah. So
they'll all be like,
since I keep thinking that I'm going to have I'm going to form a company and go into mass production of this item and sell it to Ultimate Direction or somebody like that,
Wow.
But I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to give the secret away right here. It's just like open source Cultra stuff, right? Because that's kind of how we roll. So I'm going to let everybody know what I'm thinking here. So I'm basically
Did you tell me about this?
I did.
Oh, yes. Did you tell me about it over the weekend?
Yes. Yeah. So this is the thing, like at Western States, the big thing that everybody was doing was cooling, and they're wearing ice bandanas, right? So they wear their ice bandanas, but then they also want to drink, right? So they want to drink. So what would happen if we mix the ice bandana with a bladder? Okay. Or better yet, I have a cooling towel and a bottle. I just took a regular 16 ounce, or it's actually a 17 ounce bottle, like a one from my vest, right? And I have this big cooling towel, and I rolled this bottle in there, and filled with ice cubes, and ice cubes and high carb Tailwind. Okay, and I rolled it in there diagonally, and then I put an extension nozzle on the bottle, like how you have those long antenna, booby straws, the booby straws,
naturally,
as one does.
Who doesn't?
Right. Yeah. And it's for lazy foreplay, right? Like my neck hurts these days, so like I need straws, like so I can wear this thing on my back, around my neck, and then wrapped inside this towel, which I just tie a quick overhand knot under my chin, right? Like you would a bandana.
Naturally.
And then this hose sticks out like an antenna that bobs up and down. And anytime I want to drink, I just bend that sucker around and give a little reach around sip.
So I was thinking when we talked about this over the weekend, I had a different visualization of what it was, but
yeah, it is different than what we spoke of.
Okay. Because it sounds like a camelback.
Yes.
It sounds like what we already have. Because when we were talking about like the little neck pillow, like having a neck pillow with ice in it.
Yes.
And then you could drink out of it. I never thought about actually having, but how cool to have the neck pillow, a neck pillow shaped thing that's like really cold and icy or whatever. I would want to run in that.
Yes, that's the same. It's the same thing, Beck. Trust me, it is the same thing. Except
it goes around the neck.
Yeah,
it's like a nice fluffy big neck pillow.
This does too. This sits on the back of your head and then goes around your neck. The cooling towel and the bottle bends around your neck. It's not just like I'm not talking like the what is that? The orange mud. So it's a bendable
bottle?
Yeah, the orange mud bonsai thing where they or samurai where they stick it in the the bottle sticks up the back, and then
that's what I thought you were talking
about.
And
everybody's trying to tell you that it's the greatest fucking thing that ever was, like every orange mud guy ever. So no, this puts the bottle perpendicular to your spine.
Okay.
So it kind of sits around like a lamb would if you're like in a manger scene, in the
naturally
Christmas scene.
I'm sure at some point in time at Notchview, we'll be running with lambs.
Yeah. So,
it happens.
So you can do that. Or I have my ice bandana, which I've patented because I've sewn a sock into it. So I sewed a sock into my ice bandana because like regular bandanas, the ice gets too much in contact directly with your neck, like only through that thing, and you get like neck freeze. It can cause your vertebrae to crack, like I've been told by doctors. Because it can get too cold and your vertebrae can crack. So nobody wants that.
You heard it here, everybody.
I sewed a gym sock into the triangle.
As you're talking about socks and gym socks, I just am like, my brain is going to different things. Like you are putting this thing around your neck, right?
Oh yeah. It's a clean gym sock.
We're not cooling off something else.
Oh yeah, we're not using socks. I've used socks in many different ways. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So no, that is not the case here. This is this is something, but you can put, my ice bandana, you can either fill this sock with ice and it's still inside the triangle of the bandana. And then from the other corner, you can drop the bottle into the back of the bandana. So you can also carry that if you wanted to, do double duty. Like, let's say that it were 100 degrees out and you just need to like pour that ice over your head the whole time, right? You could pack that sucker full of ice and then put the bottle back there too. And I'm going to show you this. So it'll be very simple. You'll see it at Notchview.
But you just made me think of an idea. So, okay, you're explaining this. Yeah. I think at around hour 28, 30, I want you to explain it again.
Okay, I like this. Hour 28, 30, it'll be like, there's this ice cap thing hat. I don't know.
That's why I want to hear it both times.
Yeah. I'll explain it to you later. So it'll be perfect. Yeah. Like tomorrow, like not the first day, but like 24 hours. Like we're talking like Sunday at 1:30 in the afternoon, 2:00 in the afternoon, when I'm suffering from heat stroke because this didn't work. I mean, no, I'll have to put Desitin on my neck to counteract the rashing from the ice bandana.
Oh, that still makes me laugh thinking about what you look like at the finish of Badger.
How much Desitin are you bringing to Badger?
I am not bringing any Desitin.
Oh, because you're going to borrow mine, you think?
Well, I could possibly, but I'm not a Desitin girl. I use
Becky.
Mom Bomb.
Oh, Becky. Why didn't you tell me this earlier? That should have been in disclosure, like, due diligence. I should have discovered this, during discovery. Wow. Oh well, thank you people for listening all these years. It's been fun. So yeah, I'll have the Desitin there. And you know what the thing about it is, and me and Desitin, I am not fucking afraid to use it. Let me tell you that.
No, I'm like, yeah, no, you definitely are not.
Because you can't ever really have too much, especially this weekend. I'm thinking it's going to be a definite Desitin weekend. Mostly because of this, because I think there's going to be a bit of rain on a consistent basis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have wet feet for 48 hours, you know what you have, basically? What do you have?
What?
Fish. You have like a fish factory. Like your feet are going to be like fish. Like you ever see
fish?
Yeah, fish. Like, have you ever seen like flounder or a fluke? Like the flat fish that swim on the bottom. They're both around. They're flat. They sit. And they're all like the bottom of them are just like all white and just like slimy and bumpy and kind of like, I don't know, but Desitin can cure all that. So I'm looking forward to,
I'm just looking forward to you telling me about this again during the race.
Yeah. I think I'm going to actually pre-Desitin my feet.
Naturally.
I'm going to wear gym socks to bed and Desitin up my feet. the night before, let the Desitin soak in, and so that I can get the full waterproofing, absorption into my cellular structure. So that's the Desitin thing. So that's a major strategy thing, and that's a free gift to all of our listeners out there. So that's not like, see, a lot of people would put that shit behind a paywall. We're just kind of throwing it right out there. That's right. Yeah.
Shit behind the
They
paywall.
would. Yeah. They'd be like, nope, we're not telling you. That's the good stuff right there.
I'm writing that down because I feel like that could be our tagline or our slogan for the weekend. I've written this down. Put that shit behind a paywall.
Yes. That and release the lava and Dragon Hawks. So we're going to play, that'll be our theme song. So a little bit of dubstep there for all you dubstep fans. Some liquid Jesus. All right. So
see, I'm literally like writing, I wrote this down.
Writing it all down. That's
writing it all down.
And that's why we have AI, because actually AI writes it all down for us,
Yes. And do I get to talk about AI stuff?
You have some AI stuff?
I do. So, as you know, everyone, we're talking about running. Can you not hear me?
No, good. I just wanted to make sure I hit record. Sorry, I just kind of forgot I did, but just okay, we're good. Sorry. Never mind. We're good.
That's really
no reason
funny.
to panic.
So we're doing, obviously, as we said, doing Notchview this weekend. And so before we started recording, one of the things that I was talking to you, Art, about was about the fact that for both of us, this weekend's new territory for us, because neither of us have ever run a 48-hour race. And, at least for myself, there's been quite a learning curve when I moved it up from the 100K to 100 miles. That was the biggest one. But so I just did some like looking around and asked AI what they thought about different strategies for a 24-hour versus a 48-hour run. And I think it was kind of interesting. I think they had some good stuff. And so
I'm calling bullshit.
Well,
just on principle, just for on behalf of the human race, I'm just calling bullshit on the AI advice. So just so you know, okay.
One of the things that and that's why I'm getting paper right now.
Okay.
That I wanted to do is just like, we'll ask ourselves some questions and make some predictions. And then, come next week, when we come back and we tell our tales of woe to see were we accurate with our with our predictions, or were we way off? Yeah. So, okay. So the first one that came up was time management and pacing. So it's
are you comparing the two, Becky, or what are we doing here?
Yes. So for 24 hours, it's telling you that you want to sleep for 10 or 20-minute naps for the whole time. 48, sleep becomes essential. Often involves 1 to 4 hour sleep blocks.
Blocks?
So, yeah. So actual, like, big chunks of time. So here's my question for you. What do you have a strategy for this as far as sleep?
Well,
if so, what do you think it'll be?
Yeah. Okay. So I think that we have to pump the brakes here a little bit and say, are we trying to race this and get our fastest absolute time? Because I don't think nobody ever set any world records or course records sleeping during a 24-hour race. I would just throw that out there.
Oh, well, yes. And I
Right.
don't know
I
that
mean,
that
even
I'm talking
like,
about the common man, like that.
yeah, I mean, but I'm even saying like, if you're gonna, you know,
Well, it's
like,
saying for 24 hours, it says some people, which is true. This is for me, what I do. People will either skip sleeping entirely or they'll
yeah,
or take like maybe a 10 to 20-minute nap to kind of
yeah,
um and I think I would love for that to be what I do for 48,
hmm,
but I'm afraid that um what I may end up doing is like front loading and then stopping. I kind of like the advice of AI where it's saying that to take some sleep breaks that are anywhere from 1 to 4 hours, which again, like we're not
mm,
breaking a record. This is our
yeah,
first one. And, you know, I know for
but it,
me, I always come up with goals. And so I have a set of goals, but my
mm,
first goal is definitely like I want to finish with a smile on my face. That's
mm,
like, and that can be really hard to do.
yeah,
Because as we know from my nickname, there are many races where I've not finished with a smile on my face.
mm. None where I was there, though. Let's just put that in the record. Enter that in as evidence.
So, all right. So, prediction for
Okay.
you
So
in
yeah, so
regards to
here
sleep.
I still want to kind of I still want to like
Tease
kind of
this out a little.
beg the question a bit, right? Because
Uh-huh.
I think it really, for me, it really depends. Like, just as an, for instance, last year at Notchview, I did the 100 miler, but I didn't
Oh,
care
but you
at
did it
all about
over.
I didn't care at all about my time, really. I just wanted to complete a 100 miler and I had time to
You
do
had
it.
3 days to do it.
Yeah. So I ran 50 miles, then I slept 4 hours, and then I ran 50 miles. And
But I think that's different than, I mean, because
that,
the goal that you had. But I'm thinking you're walking into a 24-hour race where you're like,
yeah.
okay, it's 24 hours. I ideally want to get the most miles in that I
Yes,
can,
yes, yes.
and then, okay, it's a 48-hour race. I want to do the most miles that I can, which I have to tell you, people that I've talked to when I've said that I'm doing this, all of them have like quickly like done the math and been like, oh, okay, so in 24 hours you did 100 miles, so you'll do like what, like 190,
Yeah, no,
195, and I'm
that's
like,
bullshit. No,
no.
no, no, not a
Like
not a
really? I'm
chance.
like, I think I'm going to slow down that by more than
Yeah,
5 miles
yeah.
in the next 24 hours.
So
A lot more.
so yeah, so I think for me this time, I also have to look at mental health with this because um boy, I kind of run close to the edge of
Yes,
like,
true.
I mean, I don't think there's any argument there, right? So I'm high maintenance and I'm very susceptible to um uh like if I don't eat or if I get low
You
sugar,
get a little manicky.
oh fuck
I've
yeah.
seen you manic.
Yes, I can get delusional like
Right.
pretty easily. Like so, and the problem also is though, I mean, and that's just kind of how I am. I kind of accept that. Like I'd like to tell you, oh yeah, I'm like, no problem. I mean, and that hasn't stopped me in the past from doing events where I'm up for 40 plus hours. Um,
Hmm.
but um, and I also have tactics on how to handle that too. So for me, if I'm going to try to keep my shit together, I can't really engage um, in too much like silliness, right? like in
Hmm.
because like for me, the way that it happens is somewhere within the first 24 hours, like late into the night, like 3 o'clock in the morning, the first
Hmm.
night, 4 o'clock in the morning after running a good part of the day and all night, um, I'll see something that just briefly might not look exactly right to me. Like I'll look at a shadow and I'll say, boy, that shadow almost looked like a person, or looked like a rabbit or or whatever.
Right.
And like if I give that any air or if I feed that at all, I can have myself hallucinating rather quickly. Like if I really feed into that, like, oh, look, there's shit all over the place. Oh, look at that moon looks like, looks like this.
Right.
And that tree looks like, looks like a fiend or the devil, like one of the trees there does. Um, but if I keep away from that, I keep my shit together and I keep wrapped up pretty tight. I can tighter.
So then, okay. So then to bring it back to like the
Yeah.
time
Sorry.
management, what you're saying is that what you have to put for you, the top thing that you have to put into place is that there's a certain amount of sleep that you absolutely definitely need so that you kind of don't get to that cookie crazy spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
it's and
Yes.
that's going to be more of just like just seeing how you feel as you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's my, again, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. I think they
Right,
should
right.
just like fucking punch you in the face right in the beginning, just so that like you can get that out of the way. But like I think my rough plan for this, and which is subject to change due to weather or due to how I'm feeling, or any
Hmm.
other number of things, is I'd like to run 75 miles and
In
then
the first day?
in the first, yeah, within 24 hours, certainly.
Right, within the okay.
Yeah, within 24 hours,
Oh, okay.
sometime into the middle of the night. And then um
Oh, okay. Now I
see
get
how
it.
I feel, and see what time that happens.
Hmm.
And then after that, get some sleep and then wake up and do it again, you know, um, depending on when it happens. Now, if the second day looks to be brutally hot, I may press a little bit further in that, because those morning hours are, when you're running at night, if it's raining, it's hard to navigate. It's just, you naturally slow down in the dark, and there's mud. If it's raining, there's mud that's slippery, and it's harrowing, right? Once the sun is up but it's not hot, I find that, the sun comes up, you get a second wind. So I don't necessarily, and it's not hot out, so why would I want to sleep through that period, right? I
So this is interesting, and I'm writing this down for us for next week. So what it sounds like is is that you're like, when you sleep, it's going to be more after like it's amount, or so what you're hoping, more after a certain amount of miles, more at night versus during the day.
Well, no.
And
I'm saying sleeping. It could depend. Like if it's
right, but that you're
last year,
sleeping.
we had a severe thunderstorm came through, and it was like
Mhm.
running across that field. You just felt like it was like a really stupid thing to do, right? Like there
Right.
was
Okay.
lightning crashing, and it was just, it felt really irresponsible to be out there as a human. So
All
like
right.
but that being said, so if it's like that, I may just say, listen, oh, it's gonna, I look and I see, oh, it's gonna be like this for the next 3 hours. I'm better off probably just getting some sleep, you know, and then
Uh,
make hay when the sun shines, kind of play the weather, go to sleep for an hour or two, or a little more, and then get back at it. Otherwise, like if it's just nice and mellow, I'll just do like 75, I think, assuming I'm feeling
mhm,
good, and then come back and try for another 75 if I can do that.
mhm. I like
Otherwise,
it.
yeah, otherwise, like if it's brutally hot, um, I may sleep during that hotter time of the afternoon, take a siesta, you know.
That's what I'm imagining, which again, this is just like, and that's just what I wrote down. What like I'm hoping to do, and you never know because I've never done this before, that when I will sleep, that I, wouldn't sleep much over an hour, and actually that I would sleep during the day when it's really hot versus at night.
Yeah.
I like being out there when there's no one out there, and it's just
Mhm.
I'm out there and everybody's sleeping. And yeah. So, but so on to the next part about time management and pacing. Um, I think talking about pacing. Um, at using Notchview as an example, that course gets about 85 feet of climbing per loop. There's 2 hills. And I pretty much walk, try and stick with walking them. I think, what AI says is to emphasizing like frequent walking breaks. And so I think that's going to be something that when I'm walking, even if I don't need to walk, I think I'm going to just get right away into, like if anything's going uphill, I'm walking, and then even just right from the start, I feel like that'll save versus, maybe like running some of the hill or waiting or, I just want to, I'm hoping that getting myself into that space of, every loop, I'm going to have 2 times where I'm clearly walking that entire uphill. That'll help in the long run.
Yeah. Oh, I would say that for me, that definitely makes sense. And I just want to go back to the sleep thing again. This is what I would say is that I know that I could easily stay up for 48 hours and press through this whole thing without sleeping. I know that I could do that.
I'm going to write that down.
Yeah. I know that I could do
Art
that.
knows.
Yes.
That he could.
By the end of it, I would be a raving lunatic, but no doubt, but the bigger issue would be, or the bigger concern on my part is that when I have that much sleep deprivation, it affects me cognitively for an extended period of time. And I don't want to be,
right. That brings up a good point.
I'm trying to stay as sharp as I can, like in life. Right. And I don't want to, I don't want to feel that cognitive impairment for the next, during the cut, I would feel it easily a week after, probably a week and a half after the race. I would not feel that I was near, that I was near myself. So
right.
I want to make sure.
A good point.
Yeah. So I could do that, but like, I'm not about that. Like, I'm not a better person if I run X amount of mileage or not. I want to have fun with this thing and I want to challenge myself, but I don't want to,
right.
That's, to me, that's injuring myself. That's a brain injury, so.
All right. So moving on to nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
My way of going into the 24 is in the longer races, probably not. Well, I know it's not enough, but I try to get in 100 calories an hour and have
100?
like, yeah.
That's it.
I know that's not a lot.
Holy shit. I mean, you're little though.
Well, I try to like what I do is on every 3rd lap, I get something to eat. And so I say 100 calories because that's what, a gel or, a hard-boiled egg or a waffle or,
yeah.
which is, but then like having like an actual meal at, at 2 different times during it. But this is actually saying that for 24 hours, you should be getting 200 to 300 calories per hour, which is probably more likely. But what it's also telling us for 48 hours is that 48 hours versus the 24 is that not a surprise, higher total intake, balanced fat, protein, and carbs. So that's I think it's going to be a big learning curve for me because I think the thing that nobody wants is you don't want to get to that point where you don't want to eat anymore, or you don't want to drink anymore. And so for me, by eating a little bit all the time, it helps me to not get there. But I probably am going to need to eat more food and maybe have like a meal every, 4 hours and have
Yeah.
200 calories an hour or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm
Do
gonna get,
you have a different
yes,
strategy?
yeah. I'm going a lot higher than that. I think, and I don't know the actual calories on it, but here's the basic. There's like, I'm gonna fuel like a couple different ways. Um, there's a lot of aid station food there that I can eat. Um, you know, depending on what strikes me there. But I have, I'm gonna try. Bless you. I'm gonna try some
Thank you.
uh, precision nutrition.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So these are. I have some goos that are 90 grams of carb, and I think they're 360 calories.
What was it
So
called?
precision.
Pre-
Precision.
Precision
Yeah, and
nutrition.
they're like hydrogel, so they're the newer style. It's not like the syrupy hammer gels that we've
Mm-hmm.
had so much of, that kind of knock you over. These things, you eat them and they just like they float down. You can just,
Mm-hmm.
you
So
know,
is that what you're going to be looking to get your
yes,
primary calories from versus like a meal?
yeah. I'm gonna go with that, and then also I have Tailwind high carb, um, which I think is, I tried that tonight for my run tonight. And I know, okay, I know it was only a 5.5 mile run, but in the heat, I am such a fucking dog. Like my ass has been dragging so much from the heat. Like it affects me so
Mm.
much. But I think, my trip, I went to DC for a week, DC and Annapolis. And then you and I went for a 10 miler. I did a 25 miler. I didn't run much at all in DC, but I did a 25 miler and a 6 miler, I think. And it was like 100 degrees out or some shit like that. And then did like 2 bike rides over, you know, 25 to 30 miles, something like that. And I went on a couple other bike rides as well in the extreme heat around here that we've had the last couple of weeks. So I feel like I'm heat adapted. At least my Garmin tells me that I am, if that means anything.
Mhm.
So I'm hoping that that's going to help me some. Because today I felt, for the first time, I ran in the heat and I felt okay. Um,
So, so
so
if I have it
hydration, yeah,
down, you're going to be looking at getting your calories primarily from the high calorie fluids or gels is
yes,
where you're going to
yeah,
be eating it.
and then I'm going to
So,
supplement with meals too.
okay.
As I need a meal. Like if I stay with that, um, knowing that, like, if I don't eat that, I'm so, like I mentioned before, I'm so sensitive to, really, like, if I don't eat by 2 o'clock, like during the
Mhm.
week, like just sitting around, I'm like, all of a sudden my brain just goes sideways. Like I'm just
So
like,
will you, for your meals, are you just going to kind of go with like just what your appetite tells you? Like, okay,
yes,
I'm ready for a
yes.
meal now.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
going Fred Morolo style. Do I want something salty, or do I want something sweet, or do I want something savory? Like, you know, and then I'll choose one of those. That tells you what your body needs, according to Fred. So, and
All
I
right.
and I believe that,
I
right?
like this.
You know.
Um, all right. So actually, the next thing was, it's funny because we kind of already talked about this, but when we were talking about you're, saying, having that cognitive impairment
Mm-hmm,
when you um, when you take it too far.
mm-hmm,
So the next thing that I had looked at was the mental approach,
mm,
um, and for and it was saying from a mental approach, taking longer, more frequent mental resets, like
mm-hmm,
nap or music or meditation,
mm-hmm.
um, and emphasizing patience, emotion management, and staying present. So I hear that as being what I hear from that. What I take is that I want to be on that. I would want to be on my try and try and keep my mind um, as as even as I can. So
Mm-hmm.
like, where you're like, okay, I've got to really pace myself for my pace. I think I've got to take that same approach with my mind, like really pace my mind and, maybe do things that I typically haven't done and, listen to a book on tape for a couple hours or
Yes.
uh, listen to a podcast. I think that, not to get off on a thing, but this just made me think of this. One of the things for me at Notchview, and I've done Notchview a gazillion times, but always the 24. I really would, because I wanted to get that 100 in. For me, I couldn't really stop and talk a lot or, stay with anyone and just do whatever. I just had to do my thing. And so it was a lot of just like you pass someone, someone passes you and it's like, hey, hey, hey. So it wasn't like a huge social thing, which was kind of stinky because you see everybody on the side.
It's so hard. It's so hard to do that, Beck. But that's honestly, for me to have any chance at a decent run at all, I have to do that, because otherwise,
Well, you see me how I am.
if I do the joking around that we do on a typical run, like I'll be in the fucking loony bin. Like I will be, by the end of this, I will be a wreck. I'll be like hallucinating,
Right.
and it'll be very funny for everybody else. But for
Right.
me, it will have lasting implications.
So I think this will be, I think that if I can, I think that this will be an interesting, this is going to be an interesting thing for the two of us because, when I typically run this event, I'm by myself. I'm obviously not like talking to myself, but I'm really not talking, except for like, hi, hey, yeah, and always doing that kind of stuff. When you and I run together, we're talking, we're laughing. I have to pee my pants at least once, where I have to stop and put my legs together because I'm going to pee my pants because I think it's so funny, whatever we're doing. And so, I mean, obviously, we're not going to be running side by side this entire race, but we'll hopefully be together for quite a bit. And I think that's going to be really interesting for us to manage that and to manage that mental that mental place and that fun place, and put it on in a area that's manageable and that doesn't, again, put us both in straitjackets.
Yeah. I think the idea of how we try to break people.
Yes.
Like if I do that shit, then that will really break me, I think. I mean, I'm not saying I couldn't survive it, but I just don't know if my brain could. At the end of this, I don't know if I can handle that kind of it's a lot. Like I remember when we did the double cut, right? Running the Farmington Canal Trail back and forth. When Peggy came and joined us, my wife, at the next morning, we were probably 85 miles in or something like that. I had my face hurt because I was smiling so much, and anything that anybody said, my brain automatically just was finding something funny about it and trying to connect the dots and say something about it. And I had to put it was craziness. It was it was really I felt like, like the lunatic who's kind of laughing, and nobody else knows what they're laughing about,
So what, I mean, I think will be part of my, I hope, and I don't know if it'll be the same for you, but in most long events, really any event, like I want to be able to kind of, at least at the start, I don't usually like to start with people. I kind of start on my own. I'm pretty quiet. And it's like I need that time to just get into my, get myself into my own space. And it's in the runs and races where I, start and I'm with a friend and I'm like, and we're doing that it really throws me off. Whether it's a 24-hour run or it's a 10-mile run, like if I'm starting and I'm really joking around and having fun or just talking, and I don't get my mind kind of like centered first into this run and get myself into a
set the tone,
like warmed up or so. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Then
Interesting.
it really throws me off. So I think it'll be hard with the 48, but I think that's something that I am going to try and continue to do.
I'll get a sign for you.
That's
like
no talk.
Just a sign on your back that says serious ass runner. Leave me the hell alone.
But I don't want it to be like my other 24s where it's just like running. I think it's just that I need to have that first even just like lap where I'm just taking everything in. Even if it's like I'm taking it and I'm just listening to everybody. And I'm just like a silent observer. Now I say this and I'll probably be the one that's like, well,
that's going to happen. Listen, and
I just don't want it to happen right at the beginning.
I do. Yeah. See, it's weird because I usually like that right in the beginning, like to kind of get a little bit of, hey, because you're going to be seeing people that you haven't seen in a long time, in a year, and catching up with people. And so I don't know. To me, it seems like it's unavoidable in a sense. So I don't know. I have to I need some of that and I want some of that, but I want to just keep it like, put a little governor on it, so that it's not over speeding.
All right. I like it.
All right.
So I'm just going through here. That one doesn't really look very interesting. Nothing really about that. So I read you what their example strategies. So was their strategy for the 24-hour. Go out at 75 to 80% of your marathon pace for the first 6 to 8 hours. Walk, run, mix overnight. Push the last 3 to 4 hours if energy remains. And for the 48 hours, start conservative with walk, run from hour 1. Sleep 1 to 2 hours during each night as needed. Prioritize staying moving, even if slow, and focus on minimizing downtime, not maximizing speed. Wow. I actually really like that.
I like the 48-hour advice. I think the 24-hour advice sucks.
I don't, that's not how I do my 24s, but I like that too. With the, starting right off the bat from the walk, run.
This course, I think if you're going to be, if you're doing a 40, unless you're like Camille, okay, you're going to be like, you got to get your walk going early. There's just no way, you're not going to, these hills, I don't think you're going to run up these hills for 48 hours. I mean, unless you're really off the front of the pack if you're doing that. I mean, maybe if it's, if it's the last couple hours, sure, why not? You could run.
But it's interesting because, I mean, I know that there's a lot of people that will do this race or other ones and they're like, hey, well, I can run up the hill, I'm going to run the hills, and then eventually they walk. And I know for me in 24-hour events, like I'm going to start walking way before I need to walk, because by staying ahead of the walking and walking when I need, like not waiting until I need to walk, but putting that walking into it, I think that you actually go a lot faster because you think about when you're walking. And I always talk about like walking with purpose. And you're walking, you don't necessarily need to be walking. And what I mean need to be, it's not like you're exhausted. I think you can run a 18 or 20-minute mile. But when you're walking and it's like you're exhausted and you're just kind of on that, like just that death march
stagger.
That's not an 18-minute mile. Like
no.
I mean, I've done 40-minute miles.
Yeah.
My first 100, one of my miles was 45 minutes and I was moving the entire time.
Wow.
Like I never stopped. I know.
That's pretty good.
It was. That's how much pain that I was in.
Do they allow pee bottles in this race?
I am declaring that they do not.
I think I could cut like 3 hours off my time if I could carry a pee bottle. Like I didn't see it in the rules that it said you couldn't, right?
I'm gonna have to talk to Double N about this.
No. We're gonna go forgiveness rather than permission here. So I don't know. I'm gonna consider that and see. Because I don't know, it might be the way to go.
Perhaps.
Right.
Perhaps.
I mean, I pee a lot. Okay. So
yes, you do.
So
why I know that, you know.
You've
why
heard
does this say that it's 8 pages? It's really interesting.
Huh.
So
what else you got, Beck?
Yes. So what I asked about, the other questions that I had put in and asked about were, where did that other thing go? There's supposed to be more pages to that. Was about oh, it's that page. No, it's not.
Come on, Beck. Let's get it.
I know. Oh,
listen, did you guys know that we're 112% listener supported? So you didn't hear any ads about like AI or anything like that. So, you know, we're not supported by Trail Spanx or by, you know, any of those other things like that. So if you wanted to hit subscribe, that would be actually a really good thing. You know, if you hit subscribe this way, when the episodes come out, they'll automatically load up to your library and you don't even have to look for us. You know, you won't have to keep hitting refresh or anything like that. They'll automatically be delivered to you. So, you know, that's one good strategy. And other ways to support us is if you wanted just to go to Patreon. So you do that. And they automatically will, you know, you set it and forget it, and they'll just they'll bill you, you know, the small amount. You can be a basic licker. If you lick us, we'll probably lick you right back. So
that's I'm not
there's
supporting
no licking.
that.
Okay, Becky
No.
will not lick you, no matter.
No.
But you can join the evil Becky level though.
Yes,
then maybe she'll lick you.
Yeah.
Or she'll think about it. How about that?
Yeah.
That's it. She'll think about it. That sounds really creepy. Like there's a whole bunch of creepos who are like, oh, she's thinking about it. Okay, so she won't think about it no matter what you guys do. So don't even try. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, all right. So my kind of rounding out my conversation here about this is about, which I know we kind of talked about this before, but I wanted to know like popular ultramarathon foods. So let's see if you get this right. Can you name me 5 of the most popular quick energy foods? So
that are actually quick energy or are popular for people?
Popular, carbohydrate rich, quick, and it doesn't have to be like a brand name, but popular carbohydrate, quick energy foods.
Oh, okay.
And as a description, these are staples for fast acting fuel, usually every 30 to 60 minutes.
Okay.
So, all right, give me 5.
Number 1, potato chips. Yes.
No.
Good answer.
But it's a solid answer. I like it. Okay.
Potato chips.
But that's
number 2, like I don't know if they're gonna link candy all in one thing, but like jelly beans or Swedish fish. They're not giving candy in there?
No.
What the fuck? This is total bullshit. Okay. Number 3, cookies.
But we're looking for quick
salted
energy.
Potatoes. Salted potatoes.
For 30 at the 30 to 60 when you're doing quick energy over, you know, thinking about this being over 24 to 48 hours. Okay, what's next?
I salted potatoes, maybe?
Yes, spoiled potatoes with salt.
All right.
You got one.
Good.
Ding, 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 ding.
But potato chips aren't in there, right?
No, they're
and
not.
Bugles aren't in there, I suppose, either. Huh?
The chocolate bugles did make the top 7.
They did. All
right, 2 more.
Okay, and we said candy isn't in there either, huh?
Correct. So yes, I will tell you, this is the 3rd time to tell you that you were wrong about the chips. and you were wrong about the candy. All right, come on.
That's fucking
2 more.
somebody else is wrong here. I'm doing this. I'm answering the rest under protest.
I think once I tell you,
and people are going to say,
like, oh,
pickles.
Okay.
Oh, peanut butter and jelly.
No.
Peanut butter and jelly.
White bread sandwiches. So, yep.
Okay.
They have jelly, jam and honey. So,
okay. So how many do I have?
You have 4 and only 2 correct.
Pop-Tarts?
So give me, that's your 5th one?
No, it's just like those are all correct answers. There's no 5.
I mean, there's no correct,
truth,
right or wrong.
Truth doesn't have a number attached to it. It's true no matter what it takes. Infinity can be true.
Okay. All right. What is your 5th one?
The 5th thing that
for quick energy. That's
quick
the key.
Energy,
quick
honey.
energy every 30 to 60. No, that's already with the peanut butter, with the white bread sandwiches.
Honey?
Jam and honey. Yeah. Jam and honey or peanut butter.
Okay.
Something else.
And then well, it's not just energy. Is this just for energy? Like if I said ramen noodles, that wouldn't count?
No. So
is it raining?
Maybe because I'm seeing it.
Is it raining out? Is it hot out?
No. Okay. So for quick energy, and this is good because this is actually the stuff that I typically try to
grapes
eat on a regular basis is
oranges.
Right.
And fruit.
You didn't get it right. You lost your time.
No.
Now you will tell the correct answers.
I'm doing this under protest. This is bullshit.
Fine. Okay. First one, which is crazy that you didn't get it because we talked about it, is gels.
Oh, well, I thought you said foods. Like
popular carbohydrate, quick energy foods.
Sources.
So a quick energy. So
okay. All right.
Here's
okay,
what they
fine.
have. Okay.
I misunderstood the question. I got it. Goos are fine.
So gels, energy chews, bananas.
Okay.
Those
energy chews.
I mean, that's it.
Are energy chews in the whole same category as gels or no?
No, it's a separate category. Can I finish?
I don't know. Can you?
Bananas.
Bullshit. Bananas
Which
have
is
potassium. Okay, I know. Bananas are good. That was an omission on my part. I'll accept that. And I accept my inadequacy and my failure, utter failure on bananas. I slipped up.
Next one, which you did end up saying it out of turn, but fruit such as orange slices, watermelon, grapes. Then there was applesauce, baby food. That's gross.
Baby food is low in calories. That's bullshit. I never saw any babies running marathon,
potatoes,
running ultras,
and sandwiches. So I think that is a good, if you're looking for like a good quick energy every 30 to 60 minutes, then for me that is what I do. I do a lot of bananas, fruits, the potatoes. I try to stay with either real food or the gel. So now we're going to get to what about after savory and comfort foods. And this is looking at particularly thinking about after 8 to 12 hours. Foods to combat the palate fatigue and replenish sodium. So
ramen noodles.
So now we're thinking
and broth, like soup.
Ramen noodles. Yep. Ding, 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 ding.
Okay.
You got that.
Chili.
Okay. Wait. What was did you say something else besides
ramen? I said
ramen?
broth.
Okay. Ding, 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 ding. You got it.
Chili.
Nobody wants you to be eating chili.
Bullshit.
No one. No. If you eat chili, I am not running with you.
You're not running.
There will be a
me.
lot of root tooting.
It's like a rodeo.
The other ones, I think you can get them.
Oh, okay.
You might have already said some of them.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that it had to be just quick energy foods before there. So I'm going to guess.
That was the key.
Oh, can I guess candy again? No.
You can, and you're going to be wrong.
Avocados.
No.
Avocados should be
that
there.
It's not good, but
avocados come in their own package, You just put it right in your pack and it's in its own package. And then you just open it up and you stick your thumb into it and squish it out.
that could be the other tagline. Stick your thumb in it
and squish it out. That's behind the paywall.
Oh, So, all right. So here are the foods, savory and
Okay.
comfort foods for
Yes.
after 8 to 12 hours.
I'll see if I agree with
Um,
them.
so first one you got right, broth, which is a
Yep.
great one. Ramen noodles, a
Yep.
great one. I think if less when I see this one, instant mashed
Oh,
potatoes.
okay. That's the same as the other boiled potatoes. Same, basically the same thing, but just you
No,
drop them.
because you're thinking because
I know. I know.
this
This
is
is
for
buttery.
savory comfort foods. Um,
Gotcha.
Pizza slices,
Pizza
small pizza
slices. Pizzas.
slices.
Pizza
Um,
slices.
oh my God. If this is how he is now,
Go
I'm
ahead.
going to kill him during
No,
the race.
no, you go. You go.
Um, grilled cheese
Grilled
slash
cheese. I said that.
quesadillas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
grilled. Oh, pierogies.
No.
What?
And the other one was chips or pretzels.
Okay. Oh, chips or
So, which I think
pretzels.
makes sense because
Yeah,
when I think
because
of
I
quick
already said it.
energy, chips aren't going to give me quick energy. But chips with that crunch and that salt,
Chocolate
I
chips
think
would.
is more of a ignoring you of a comfort food.
Yes.
So,
It absorbs the
okay.
acidity in the stomach too.
All right. So now we're moving on to say,
Oh
what
boy.
kind of protein and fat rich foods would we want to eat? And as that's saying here, this is most important in 48-hour plus rate in stage races.
Okay, hamburger,
Um,
chili.
no,
Okay,
no. I
okay.
mean, some of them are,
And
well,
and did we already say like grilled cheese? I mean,
so we're
chocolate
thinking
milk,
protein,
eggs.
thinking protein and
Oh,
fat rich foods.
gotcha. So I'm thinking like an omelet or a sandwich, eggs.
So eggs, yep, hard-boiled eggs. I know you
Okay.
love hard-boiled
I
eggs. I
hate
actually
hard boiled.
like,
That's
I know you do.
disgusting. You know what? I don't even know if I can stay on this show anymore after you said hard
I have to
boiled
say,
eggs
I
on it.
think this is interesting because that's something that I would have on an hourly basis, but I'm it's good to know that it's better for me to have that as my protein fat stuff.
Oh,
Anyways,
probably
okay,
yogurt.
no.
No.
Um, so okay, I'm gonna tell you. Peanut butter or nut butter packets. So it makes sense. High in
Okay. Peanut
protein,
butter
high
and
in
jelly.
fat.
Yeah.
I did not say peanut butter and jelly. I said
Except,
peanut butter
okay.
or nut butter
Oh, we
packets.
should also say that if you're allergic to peanut butter, don't eat peanut butter. Okay.
Right. Just
PSA.
eat peanuts.
That's right. No,
Yeah.
don't do what Becky says. Okay. Just
Right. Yes.
honey,
Another one is honey
avocados,
protein and fat rich?
avocados.
Yes, very good.
Is that on there?
Yes,
Fucking A.
avocado or cheese used in longer events for your fats and salt.
Good.
Um, the
Watermelon.
peanut butter was for high calorie, portable, and satisfying.
Yeah.
The eggs was easy protein, less common but useful. Oh, you know what? Oh, well, all right. So I was giving you a hard time with the peanut butter and jelly, and I just saw they have in here Nutella wraps or tortillas with peanut butter and jelly.
Okay.
Gross.
That sounds good.
And trail mix.
Oh, trail mix. Yeah, that's a good one.
So what's interesting
How
is
about
that
dates?
would you say that's high in protein and fat?
No.
So
But
it wouldn't go under that
it
category.
does have sugar in it though, and they're good. And figs.
So that could go under a different category. All right,
This is like
now
teaching the second grade, huh?
exactly. Now we get to what you're talking about, treat foods. So the
Oh,
treat
yeah.
foods are looked at as a mental boost and a sugar craving fix.
Yes.
And I like that says that because I know that for myself, like I love candy in general. Candy while I'm running, cookies, any of that, I don't want it. I don't like it. Like uck. Um, but I think how they have this in here, I think it makes sense to. I know that those are like candies and stuff like that is really popular to have at a table. But to kind of use those things more, less for it's, every lap, let me take a couple, gummy bears, let me take a couple
Yeah.
Swedish fish, but to use them as more for when you need a mental boost or when like it's like a sugar craving or a sugar fix.
Yeah, when you can't stomach a goo or, you know, or don't want to. So okay,
Or
I'll
like
buy
you're
that.
in a
Yeah,
grumpy, but I like that. I like how, so okay, do you know what the four of them are
of what?
of the foods?
Of okay, the savory, the sweet, and the
No,
the energy one. Oh, the
no,
four what?
no,
I don't understand
no.
the question.
The treat foods,
The
four
treat
treat
foods.
foods.
Oh, what the yeah.
Yes.
Oh, definitely Swedish fish, number one. Jelly beans, um, sour sour worms, sauerkraut,
Okay,
and
so
pickle juice.
I'm hearing candy.
Yes. Okay,
Okay,
candy.
candy
Yeah.
is one.
Yep.
You've got one.
Um, a fruit.
As a mental boost and a sugar craving fix,
Yeah. Yeah, like
fruit would
oranges.
be your treat food
Yeah.
as your treat food. No, treat
Okay.
food
Oh,
being
like
so
what are you gonna say? Like a ice cream or a pop?
this
Like
is really funny
gelato?
because you were saying all these things right at the beginning. Um, these are the stuff that we see
I'm
so
con
commonly at it.
I'm
So
conditioned to say no now. Oh, Pop Tarts.
so yeah, cookies, Oreos, Chips
Yeah.
Ahoy.
Okay.
Um,
I'll buy that.
uh, Another thing was chocolate or fudge. And uh, the other one, which is I thought was interesting because
But
it's put
not
in
if
here
you're
as
a
a
dog.
food.
Dogs can't have chocolate. Just letting everybody know.
The other one that they put in here as a treat food, which is interesting because it's not a food, it's a fluid. I'm just ignoring him. Is is we're never gonna make this. So we're gonna get to like hour four, and the two of us are just
No,
gonna be. It's just
we're
not.
gonna put some lipstick on this vegan pig pretty quickly here.
Yeah.
So
All right, I'm almost done.
okay.
Um, so food, Coca-Cola or Mountain Dew.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Um, that's a big like treat thing for me, and that is actually a big like once I get really tired or I need when I need like that mental boost, that sugar
Yes.
boost, or it's at
Oh
night, I'll drink a can of Coke. That's the only time that
yeah,
you'll probably see
caffeine.
me drink that because I can't handle caffeine any other time.
I can handle
Um,
caffeine a lot. Caffeine's really good,
mm,
especially when you're out there and if you've checked all the boxes out there, seriously, if you've checked all the boxes and you're like, I know my electrolytes are good, I know I'm hydrated, I know that I've fueled up properly. Um, I some caffeine can be the magic that you need to get your show back up and running and to raise the curtain and um, make everyone applaud.
all right, our last thing, or second to last, what what do they have as the top five hydration and electrolyte supports? So thinking
I
about
don't know what you like. What brand? I mean, I can give you brand names. Is that what you're looking for, or you're saying
no, so
Gatorade, like an electrolyte
things to
drink?
give you um that hydrate you
Oh,
and also have an electrolyte. They might not have to be together, but
okay. Um, I mean, I
you,
would think like a Gatorade type of drink.
right. So
Would be a good
sports
one.
drinks, yeah.
Yeah, like a
Tailwind,
sports
Scratch,
drink. Yes.
Gatorade.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Tailwind especially is the one I tend to
hmm
like just because it doesn't get sticky on your hands. Um,
hmm
you could use watermelon and salt. That's not a drink.
Hydration and electrolyte, right? So they were thinking
um,
hydration
yeah,
and
water. I
electrolyte.
would think they're going to say water. The water. Do not drink
No.
water. Water sucks. People do not drink water. Okay, it's really bad. It's
Um,
overrated. Becky, please tell
so
me. Please fucking tell me. I don't make me guess. Okay.
I know. All right. So next, salt tabs or electrolyte capsules.
I
I
thought we were
take
talking drinks.
drinks and electrolyte
Oh,
support.
okay.
Okay.
Misunderstood the question. Took
Um,
it literally.
I'm definitely going to be bringing my salt. I think that's really
Got it.
important.
Already on the
Um,
table.
yes, I already have that, and I have my BCAAs, which is very important. Um, Another thing, pickle juice.
Yep.
Um,
That scrambles the
Coconut
brain.
water.
That
I
scrambles.
didn't.
Yeah, I
Coconut
question
water,
it.
it says it's a natural electrolyte drink alternative.
It,
I'm not a huge fan of coconut water, but
it,
I was like, oh wow.
Okay, so what happens in the movies is that they get stranded on the island, they start drinking the coconut water, and then they instantly get diarrhea. So if you're not peeing enough and you want to start peeing at your butthole, if I can say that on this show, then drink coconut water. Okay, back to you, Beck.
Oh, and the last one was coffee and caffeinated tea.
Yeah,
And
right on.
what I should have done is I should have, before I asked you any of these, I should have gotten out of the way. What are the most popular aid station offerings? And I think
Oh,
you've
okay.
told me all of them, but tell
Yes.
me what's the most popular things? What are the 5 most popular things? Forget about what it's for or when to eat it or whatever.
Okay.
5 things that you know you're going to see on an aid station table.
Okay. Number 1, sardines. Number 2, mackerel. um, number, number 3, Swedish fish. That or chocolate bugles. I don't know, Becky. Please tell me.
Okay. So top ones, we've said it, PB&J sandwiches,
Yes.
chips, watermelon with salt, cups of noodles, bacon, pancakes, trail mix, cola. So
Okay. Or ice. How about that? That's the best treat there is, right?
yeah.
It is.
So that was everything.
That's pretty good, Becky.
But
You did a
I
great job with that, and I gave you a very hard time, and I appreciate your
yes,
patience.
you did.
That's right. Only
But
because
I like this. I really liked this breakdown of the foods. I thought that was really, even though Art did not, and he was not paying attention.
No, I answered the questions, but I didn't know there were different categories and stuff. Like it was like
Right.
8,
I
you
will
were like
allow it.
aid station food and energy things. Sometimes, like if you don't have electrolytes and you take electrolytes, like or take salt, all of a sudden your muscles will fire again,
Mm.
without having sugar and without having that types of energy. So I do get energy from electrolytes sometimes, just because it's the missing link
Yeah.
for what I'm doing. So
And nice thing, a nice addition for this year for Notchview, and it works perfectly with the savory and comfort foods after our 8 to 12. There will be the one and only tolerable Bill is going to be having his grill
Billy-O.
station, the
Yeah.
Bill Grill, and he's going to be doing quesadillas and pizzas and I think potato skins and stuff using, and he'll have a grill
Fire.
and have a lot of other stuff too. So I think that's going to be really nice to be able to have something that is like, like sometimes you just want to eat something that's like just
not
like
a chip.
That's not well, and not like cold or
Yeah.
whatever, like that it's just been made and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, geez, quesadilla that you didn't make 2 days ago and wrap up in aluminum foil and have had sitting in your cooler for God knows how long.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but yes.
It just doesn't taste as good.
Yeah. Very good. Okay, Beck.
All right. Well, I have this. I think when we come back, it'll be interesting to talk about and see.
Yeah. I'm super excited to hang out with everybody there. That this will be a blast, to do this. And you know what? I know we can't fail. That's all I can say is that
failing's not an option.
It's not an option, and it's not even a possibility, because even if we failed, it would still be kind of fucking funny. So let's talk about failure just for a minute here. So I have to say that so we just had Western States. First of all, congratulations to Bessick, who got out there and got it done. Got in off the wait list at the 11th hour. It's something like 2 days before, a day and a half before, maybe, or something like
Crazy.
that. Maybe a day before. Whatever it was, he got out there, no hesitation, got out there, got it done. And ran his race. Then I also wanted just to talk about 2 elites that also ran that actually ran into some problems. So first is Riley Brady. We've had Riley on the show. They were one of the potential favorites for the race. And
Mhm.
Riley ran into problems. And without getting into all the details of it, they just had some issues and weren't able to finish, the
Around what
race.
mile was it? Like
I
what stage of the
I
race?
I
Oh, you're
don't
not sure.
I don't recall. I don't recall
Oh,
right
okay.
now. And Riley posted something that was just wonderful. They got on the air and said, I'm not going to give a whole breakdown and give you all the details of this and blah blah blah, and nobody gives a shit basically, but I'm going to be back, and and it's okay. It wasn't my day, and I gave it a shot, and I'm not happy about it, but that's how it goes.
Right.
And I was like, cool. It's just like how, I don't know, like it just seemed like such a healthy approach to it.
Right.
And
Yeah.
like they're done with it. They know that they're still a good person. There's not even a question of that. And um and were they trained for it? Yes. And did it happen? No. And they're gonna learn from it and move on. And then and that's great. Okay. And this is not an assassination of character or something, but there were some other athletes out there that DNF'd and just absolutely melted down over the fact,
Mhm.
over I've disappointed everybody. I've disappointed my life. This is not what I expected to happen. I'm so devastated by this.
Yeah.
And it's just, I tried to put myself out there and do all this stuff. And at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know, like I think sometimes we got to even at the top level, right? Like I had many jobs, like I was in sales and I had some big projects that I lost, including the World Trade Center. I tried to sell an elevator modernization at the World Trade Center back in the 90s
Wow.
and worked very hard on it and didn't get the job, and whatever, at the end of it, I gave it my best shot. I learned from it and I moved on. And but I didn't question whether it was a good person or a bad person. So I hope that as people are doing races and planning things and stuff like that, that we keep in mind what this is. This is
Mhm.
and maybe it's easier for us, mortals, because it's more of a sandbox for us. And that, I guess, if you're a professional athlete, that sandbox becomes a little bit more real. But either way, I just hope that none of us ever make it make our running
Take the
define.
joy out of it.
Yeah, it shouldn't define who we
Mm.
are as a person, and success or failure. We can't go around saying that, hey, it's okay, I'm just shooting my shot and we're going to just give this a try. And I don't really think I'm going to win because there's so many other great athletes there, which is all true. But then when we fail, to absolutely beat ourselves up and break down over it,
Mhm.
it's just like that
Yeah.
makes what you said earlier not so true. And that's kind of
Mhm.
I hope that
Yeah.
everybody is able to keep things in perspective, and whatever.
Yeah. And
Everybody's on their own.
it's not always easy because I know that I've been on that other side, probably definitely the most when I was in high school and college,
Mhm.
and just out up there. But there were definitely races where, I finished and I'm like, oh my God, whatever. And it would take me some time and then I'd realize, okay, I'm taking the fun out of this. I got to step back. Um, because yeah, it's like what I yeah, it can be, yeah, you can get into that mindset and it doesn't help you or anyone else.
Mm. And the other thing is, I mean, if you want to look at it from your own professional standpoint and feel the sadness um for not accomplishing a professional goal, I get that. Like, I understand the disappointment in that. But after that, um we have to also remember that nobody gives a shit how fast we run, no matter who you are, really, right? If
Mhm.
because until the next time, because when the next time comes around, if you're ready, then it's interesting to people, but nobody gives a shit, really. So I think no matter who you are, at the end of the day, like if Brady loses a Super Bowl or whoever loses something and they come back and they win the next year, it's like, okay, we don't really remember that they lost the other one so much. It's like you won and you did whatever.
So I think that you're kind of giving that segue that if come next week at this time when we're talking about the race, if we both don't come across come across the tape with our hands up as the overall finishers and record breakers, that we're still okay. We're still
yeah, we definitely are.
I'm only joking, not that I'm thinking that that's what we're to do, but I'm just
yes, we are. Yes, we are, Beck. We're both trying to shoot for the course records, right? Except that
I do know what the amount of miles is.
Yeah, I haven't
figured it out.
I haven't trained. It could happen, but if it did happen, it would be off the charts. And if it doesn't happen, and if I do 50 miles and hang out, I guess I would probably be okay with that too, depending on the circumstances. So at any rate, I look forward to hanging out with you and with everybody else there. So hopefully I'll get this episode out before we're actually there. That's the big challenge.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, to all of our listeners out there, thank you very much for putting up with me badgering Becky as she asked her questions. And
me for being long-winded with my answers.
There you go. And if never. And if you've made it this far, of course, seek professional help. And we will see you all in a mile.
Or 48 hours.
All right.
48 and a half.
All right.
Golfer's clap.
Is
that a golfer's clap?
Celeste has never sat around the coffee table in her living room.
They never did.
Okay.
I don't know.
I love that. Celeste has never sat around the coffee table in Art's living room.
She hasn't. Yeah.
She hasn't. And that's not a euphemism.
Yes.